It is not warm out this morning. They're calling for snow today, so we'll see what we can get done. Who knows if it's actually going to come or what's going to come, but got a lot to burn. I need to at least dig through this. It's a bunch of ashes in the middle. I need to kind of scrape around in there and get that thing stacked back up. Thomas coming over with the skid steer, and he'll start going down to the further part and bringing the brush up closer to where I can stack it up with the excavator. I'm gonna have to actually pull a bunch of these logs sitting on here out of the fire to get down to the ash and everything. I stacked up these big stumps at the base so they could sit in the heat and at least start drying. And that kind of helps dry out the dirt that's in them and pull them away and shake them around a little bit, get some more dirt off of them. But this stuff is just in the way at this point. Watch my other burn videos, whenever I show up either after lunch or you know, the next day, like day 2 of the fire, we're not left with all this stuff sitting in front of my tracks and all these big logs. That stuff will, you know, be left at the ends of it, but the middle will be burned down. This stuff, it's just, if you don't have a ton of brush in here and keep it stoked, the thing just really does not keep itself going. Stuff I'm pulling up on here is sitting over on the edge yesterday, so it should be dry and fire going again. This stuff here should be somewhat dry. The fire's burning real good. It all works out. It's just a matter of how much extra effort you have to put into it versus what's normal, or pick up stuff further out and closer in. If you don't know what a progressive link thumb is, normally the cylinder right there attaches directly to the thumb, but this linkage on it makes it so instead of going and stopping right there, it goes all the way to there. So normally, normal thumb can stop about there. So I can close the thumb. Pretty cool. Definitely not a necessity, but it is nice to have that thumb on there. Once it starts burning through this, there'll be flame and everything because the wind is blowing straight at me right now. So it's going to blow the fire through this pile, and then it'll be a bunch of open flame on this side. So while I have a bunch of unburnt stuff here creating this kind of a barricade or whatever you want to call it, I need to stack as quickly as I can. Fire's rolling over there. Got it stacked up. Put a lot of brush on there and logs, and it's burning down pretty good. Seeing some flurries. I actually thought it was ash for a while until my wife called me and told me it was snowing, and I realized it wasn't ash. But back over here, pushing trees over. Not a ton left. This little bit of snow we're getting, it looks like it's dying off now. Keeps coming and going. love the snow. Maybe if I was working in an open cab machine, I wouldn't be saying that, but I got the windshield open and the heated seat on, and I got the heat set to 90 and it's blowing right on me. I'm toasty in here right now, enjoying the snow. The snow gets a lot of hate, but not from me. Maybe if I live somewhere that, oh, there we go. I was gonna say, if I live somewhere that it snowed and staying on the ground for, you know, weeks at a time or whatever, but I don't know. I like playing in it. I'll take the truck out, do hood rat stuff. The kids love it. Leave a comment if you like the snow, and let me know how much snow you think is a good amount of snow. What's just the right amount of accumulation? I think the most amount of snow I've ever experienced is 36 inches. I think I was in middle school when that happened, and man, was that fun. No school for days, and lots of snow to sled in and screw around in. One of the coolest things about snow to me is at night you can see everywhere. It's so light out even in the middle of the night. Bit. If this keeps up, we might have a good covering here. has not burnt. It hasn't burnt through, and on the back side of that is burnt down pretty good. So I'm going to use this as kind of like a barricade, and hopefully just be able to reach grapples up over and load it up on the back side from this side. If there wasn't any wind, I would I would take the bucket and push the top of the pile over into it. But I think with this one we have, it's going to be beneficial to leave that there. And it's immediately flamed up. As soon as you touch it, it just everything gets resituated. Snowy, snowy. You got a good amount on the fire. Packed in pretty tight. I probably could put more on it, but there's a lot. There's a lot in there. Big pieces. I got some to burn. Making good progress. Looks pretty cool out here now. Starting to get slippery. All this stuff around the fire. The fire is radiating so much heat you can actually see like a circle around here where it's open. And that stuff hitting the ground is the same as rain, so it's getting mucky. You can really see how big the pile is on the bottom side. See what the snow is going to do. Like always, they're expecting we're going to get anywhere from 0 to 40 inches. May come out tomorrow and stir it up and get the fire going again. We shall see.